I was in the same class with my younger sister. To spare my name was an issue. Belief is the highest form of altitude. How far you want to go. For me as a person, I've said it time and again, the piece of life that is pursuing you does not have the capacity to withstand the vision that is driving you.
Please join us in welcoming Mr. IMAGERY Elvis,
a true trailblazer.
Thank you. Permit me to start by appreciating everyone. Thank you for making our time to be here this morning. And I believe that this is just a transformative journey for all of us. I'm so honored to be with you today. Something I ask myself time and again, how did I get here? But I know something for sure, that God has been faithful all the way. I remember asking myself a vital question when I was in secondary school, precisely SS1. Was I asking myself because lately I was in the same class with my younger sister. She's brilliant. She can read very well. She can speak very well. Me, the older brother, I'm nowhere to be found when it comes to this stuff. In fact, to spare my name was an issue. The word Elvis, how? I can't even know how to spell it. So I remember each time I went to see my dad, I said, Dad, it's time for school fees. He would ask me, Elvis, how can I pay your school fees when you cannot even read and write? So I advise you go and learn the trade. Maybe mechanic, barbing, and so on. But something within me told me I can go beyond this. Then I cried to my maker. I said, God, if you truly created me, I want to know my purpose in life. I cannot be in the same class with my younger sister. She can read very well and I cannot. Where have I mixed it? And God led me to the Bible. I started to know how to read and write from the Bible. From SS1 to SS2, I would say, let my people go. I was promoted to SS2. Even though I was promoted to SS2, but there I was still struggling how to read and write. To feel the heart of my dad when the promotion exam came from SS2 to SS3, I failed, my younger sister passed. And my dad said, I warned you. You're just wasting your time. Go and learn mechanic. Of course, you agree with me then, in the 80s, mid-80s, mechanic, all these minor jobs are probably like involving. To become a graduate was challenging, not like today when we have so much graduate around. So when I failed, my mom did something significant in my life of blessed memory, who rests in Dana Air Crash 2012. She looked beyond the challenges I was facing and took me to another school to enroll. I went there, I started my SS3. When I wrote the exam, I came out with 2 credits. And my goal, my vision, I want to be a graduate. I'm a family of 6. I'm second to the last. Everybody in the family knows how to read and write very well except the man Elvis. And I begin to ask myself, how can I make progress to the journey of being a graduate? I sat down for GC, expecting to write and pass like at least 4 or 5 credits. Unfortunately, I got another 2 credits. And most unfortunately, the same 2 credits I got in my SSC. And there I was asking myself, even Polytechnic will not admit me because I only need 2 certificates to combine to get to Polytechnic or university. But there I was with 4 credits in two the same subjects. I wrote in again another GC. In fact, I wrote GC the extent my name became GC. But to cut the whole story short, I did got to have this way. My third, I got 3 credit, and I combined it. Total in everything in 2 sitting was 4 credit, and I found myself in the polytechnic. Even though I was yearning to be, because then they looked down. I started from Auchi Polytechnic, graduated from Durban Polytechnic in Buhari, Abuja. I eventually went to Abuja University part-time just to get my dream. I really want to be a lawyer, but when I got to Polytechnic, they said the best we can give you is accounting. So the same question I'm going to ask us this morning: what motivates you in life? And then I was saying, what motivates me in life are people that have gone ahead of me, that have given birth to great ideas, and I was giving name of them. Bill Gates was the richest man in the world. I was giving them to I was telling him that Aliko Dangote and Femi Otedola are people who motivate me in life. When I asked him also a question, I said, sir, how long have you been in this bank? He said, this is his 28 years. I joined the bank with his school start. I said, wow. So I look around his life. In a moment, I saw the car he was driving, Highlander 2007 model, and I asked where he was staying. He said he was staying in Airport Road. In my mind, and I said, this man have actually worked for 28 years. How long will it take me to be like him and to exceed him? Then I now sat down in my hall. I wrote a mission statement. I'm going to work here for only 5 years, and I will resign. And to cut the whole story short, I began to niche something. I found something significant, a missing gap in Skywise Progressive Multipurpose Corporate Society, where I began to bridge financial gap in society, and I resigned. One of the things that actually made me to resign was not because I was not well paid in the bank, because I realized that there's something within me that is more than what the bank was paying me for. So today, there's something within you for national economic transformation. Why? Because the future of Africa is entrepreneurship. And if Nigeria is a giant of Africa, we need to begin to take steps. I look forward to whereby young African, young Nigeria, who from nowhere and become somebody. Because when I started my company, Skywise Group, that become a force, or is becoming a force in the society today, all because I say yes to my dream. So someone is going to leave this room today and going to say yes to your dream. Yes, I had my challenges, and we are still experiencing challenges, because a journey of entrepreneurship is a journey of a lifetime. There's no finish line, but you must encourage yourself every moment, every day, and pick yourself. But I'm going to share a few things that will help you. One, you need to understand that you have to have self-belief. Belief is the highest form of anything. You must believe in yourself irrespective of the circumstances. Remember I said, for my book, I made a lot of messages on my book when I said, belief is the highest form of attitude. How far you want to go. And to cut the whole story short, sharing about the journey, all my siblings, none of them can boast and say they are graduates today. But me, this Tete, is a graduate, not just a graduate, but an author of a book that is transforming life. One of the greatest impacts of feedback I've got when people can read my book and say, wow, with your book, Run with the Challenges of Life, I will never give up. The reason is simple, because challenges of life have access to everybody, but does not have control over everybody. For me as a person, I've said it time and again, the challenges of life that is pursuing me does not have the capacity to withstand the vision that is driving me. So what happens to you? Life will always be there to knock you down. What you want from life, there are 1,000,001 person that want the same thing. The difference between you and them is the extra of telling yourself, I must get it, I must go there. Irrespective of the political space, irrespective of the circumstances in Africa or in Nigeria, around the world. You know why? Because Africa is blessed. I was speaking in Rwanda a few weeks ago, and I was saying, Africa is blessed, Nigeria is blessed. And we have not, for one, if we utilize 20% of the potential that lies in Africa. And the most unfortunate thing is that we are not allowing the Japanese, the China, to come and steal from. Allow that. I don't know about you. I'm not going to allow that. How am I? Because in my own space, I will unveil everything within me for national economic transformation and development. By research, it was stated that the population of Africa by 2050 will get to 2.5 billion. That is what the Chinese, that's what the Japanese have seen, and they are coming to steal what we have. America, and bring all America to Nigeria and give them 10 years. Nigerians will be trying to come back to Nigeria. The political space. The issue is not the leadership space. We have been deceived, we have been brainwashed. That go to school, get good grade, first class, and you'll be made for life. But those are fallacies too. So you got to pick yourself and tell yourself, I am going to make it in Nigeria. I am going to make it in Africa. When they are mentioning people that actually live a landmark in Africa, in Nigeria, my name will be mentioned. There are men that built out America. So one of my role models will say something. If you come into this world and steal what other people have invented without inventing your own, you are a parasite. There is something within you can do for national transformation. Gone are the days when we used to depend so much on the government. We used to depend on the political space without knowing that national economic transformation is no longer what we demand from the government anymore. It's what we demand for ourselves. How do I mean? Just imagine me saying yes to my dream Skywise. And today, we are actually occupying the investment space, the credit management space, the automobile space, now the empowerment space. So if you leave this room today and go and say yes to your idea 5 years, in respect of the challenges, in respect of the setback, tell yourself you're going to emerge someday. Because anything that will stand the test of time must be tested. So life will test you if you have capacity to drive what you are asking for. Don't just wake up and say, oh, I want to make it in one day. I didn't start in one day. In fact, I started from my secondary school days. Self-affirmation, self-belief system, setting a clear vision, setting a clear goal. If you read through my book, you realize so many challenges I've faced where time will not permit me. That's why I have made it compulsory to produce over 500 copies to be shared for free. And because over 10,000 of these books have actually been given out for free, and the feedback is positive. People send me messages, oh, your book have helped me not to give up in life. Not just in Nigeria, even outside Nigeria, because I share my book also outside Nigeria. So thank you for that book. And I'm very sure when you leave here today, you're going to be the next testifier of this book, because you're not going to see any excuses why you will not succeed in life. You're no longer depending on the government why you will not succeed in life. And I'm so happy that I have one of my very brother and friend here who started life in America, and he's going to be sharing his story during the panel section. And he said, what? You know what? I've been there. There's nothing over there. The truth be told, I've traveled. There's no liberty like home. There's nowhere like home. There's this feeling. And he came back to Nigeria and he built a niche. And to crown it all, it is now competing with the big players in the industry. The like of the Dangote. His company, Nigeria Limited, is his fastest 16 growing company in Africa. All because he said yes to his dream. So you're going to say yes to your dream today, whereby the world will look forward to see you succeed. The world will look forward to see you shine, and you're going to leave a mark in the sand of time. So please, open your mind this morning. Great speakers we have put together. Dr. Olumide will be sharing in a short while. Dr. Akintayo will also be sharing. We have great speakers also said here. Others will join us. Sharon is on his way here. Just open your mind. All you need is just a word that will transform your life to the next level. And I'm very sure you will not miss that word today. In Jesus' name. Thank you.